Grieving is a very difficult process, even for someone who is expressive, who is sensitive, and often express his emotion because a lot of pain and suffering in the process. And if you notice things that people consider as negative emotion like anger, sadness, upset, these are the emotion that tends to last longer. It can feel like eternity, even though if it's not. While happiness is more fleeting, maybe you watch funny memes and then you laugh at it, and then now, yeah, let's watch another meme. And doom scrolling can become a habit when you aren't aware of it. So today, why do I grieve? Well, actually, when I stopped working for quite a while now, I have more time and space for myself. It's a weird feeling, right? Why do I grieve all the time? It was almost like every day I have a main quest for me to grieve, and it doesn't feel pleasant, right? People look at me, maybe they would think Hanson, you know, should be very free and relaxed, right? You have everything, man. You have family supporting you financially. Why are you struggling so much? You don't have to worry about anything. But in fact, I do worry. I do plan, I do care about my life. I'm not planning to just rely on my family forever. But currently, yes, I accept it with humility, and I am grateful for this financial support. But on the other side, I am also become more independent on how to manage and handle things. Now, it's not to compare that I am better than anyone. See, one thing I didn't like about telling others or myself that, oh, I can do this better now, I improve a lot now. It feels like I'm trying to prove that I am somehow worthy because of these things. So the question is often asked back, who am I without these things then? Who am I without content creation, without art? If I attach my identity as an artist. When it comes to having this attachment towards things, we are bound to suffocate a lot more. To people, maybe this is just a random teddy bear. Maybe some would still say, I'm already grown up, I'm a man. Why hug teddy bear, right? This is for kids. But to me, the reason why bear plushie in general means a lot to me because it reflects the important part of me, a big part of me for being soft and gentle and having a soft spot for myself and others. Now, primarily, I have more soft spot for others than myself because I was taught to be considerate and understanding throughout my growth. So therefore, I grieve for a friend today. This is a special friend. I don't know what he go through. It's not your typical I go through trauma, so now I try to run away from it. That type of friends. It's the type of friend where you just really don't feel that he's present with you. Like you try to talk to him, reach out to him. When you do the sound of the cat that, and then the cat didn't even fucking bother looking at you, and then it just walk away. Usually that means the cat does not give a shit about you, right? But this friend that I have, he's neither cold-hearted. Being friend for 2 years or 3 years now, I don't really feel this much connection with him. But since this friend have a very hard time to communicate, needing to use very simple language and very short sentences, and sometimes you talk to him, you tell him something, he will be like, okay, yes, and then at the end, it left you wonder, does he actually understand? Because when you do ask him what did he understand about the things you said to him, he cannot give any answer in most cases. Then I will have to go through the 5 steps of trying to explain things one by one to him, and then it still let me wonder, does he understand what I'm saying? Now, why is it important that he understand things? It's not just about knowing what I'm saying, but actually receiving me as a friend, because what is friend? I feel like I've been putting quite a lot of effort. Even I worry about his life more than he worry about his own. I feel like he's been just drifting. He's like a lone wanderer, but except of choosing his own path, he just drift along the wind here and there, depending on other people's opinion. After we resign, needless to say, he rarely talk about anything anyway. And when he does, he would just pop up, share the things that he want to share, maybe 1 or 2 sentences about things that is very unrelated. We have this friend, the trio group, and me and another friend, we usually text a lot back and forth. He came in, talk about things that is not related to our topic, then he just goes away just like that. A lot of time I chose to offer compassion and support to or response to his things, right? His word, and yet somehow when we rotate it vice versa, he can't do the same back to us in most cases. And so this friend, I feel more and more disconnected, and the type of friends where I feel like even if I'm not there, it doesn't affect him just as much. And so that's why I grieve that I want to let go of this friend. Now, I don't like to just call people friend, because it's it's just a name, to just call someone friends that has no meaning. It's better than to just not have that friend at all. So that's the part where it's the hardest. And the even hardest part is like when I do let go of this friend, does he even give a shit about it? Now that's is some of the heartbreaking thing, right? What if I'm the only one that has been thinking that we are friends this whole time, and what if the whole time I worry about this guy being left alone, but we are the one getting left out, right? So I had this conversation with this other guy in the friend group as well. So we kind of agree that after a while, it's we kind of just look at him as him, maybe less of a friend and more just as online friend at this point. So that's part of the hardest thing for me when it comes to friendship as well. I grieve a lot of things because I personally care about many things, people in my life. By the end, I just want to say these instances where I'm grieving, I was just laying down on a bed. I wanted to make this video early on, around 1, and now it's 4:20. And I feel like it's a fate. It's a sign because I couldn't find my fucking light. So therefore, I was panicking. And then there was like kids being loud as well. And then prayer will start soon. So I didn't want all this noise come inside. And therefore, I chose to wait then. I felt a lot of pain right here. And I think it makes a lot of sense why people choose not to want to face them. How people would choose to brush it off. People choose to numb themselves, abuse substance. And that's a good example that I addicted to video game, doom scrolling, and adult content. Because it's not really about those things, it's about me, within me here. What is lacking and what am I feeling about myself? All these things, how do I choose to face things? I don't have to conquer everything, but I think at the end of the day, even if I did conquer, I would still feel unsatisfied because I found the roots of suffering is not feeling safe with myself. Therefore, I need something to feel safe, distraction, or explaining, or reassuring, comfort. And it's almost like a foreign concept in my environment where people think you want comfort. What do you mean? Just deal with it. And they further confirm that, oh, I'm not loved because people doesn't want to give me comfort and support. But I always refuse to believe that this is a cruel world, like fucking Batman trying to fight enemy off type of feeling. The world is just as it is actually. As much as I want to label things, right? We have a yin yang again. Can't really see it properly. But world is just how it is. There will always be good, always be bad, always be white and black. It's not just about 100%, even in the white. That small black dot right there is just as powerful as a reminder that nothing is pure 100%. So if you have the time, even if it's just a little bit, I urge you to allow yourself to grieve, because why grieving is important. If we don't allow ourselves to grieve, to feel our emotion, we try to push it away, we lie, we brush it off. You need to realize we never actually escape from ourselves, right? I mean, insomnia is a very good example, because the only time you're not doing anything, and therefore a lot of people, including myself, will binge social media, doom scrolling, play video game late night until tired, and then go to sleep and then wake up tomorrow. And by avoiding feeling our emotion, grieving this emotion, we essentially kind of let ourselves know that we do not accept this part of us. So how can we be content with ourselves then? I mean, no wonder we suffer, right? Because we are already denying this part of us. And when it comes to emotions, all emotions are, to me, it's like a package, right? You can't just take happiness and not take anger. Otherwise, what is emotion to you? All we do is just judging what is considered good and what is considered bad. Throughout my healing and reflection journey, is that I realized no matter what I do, I'm just trying to protect myself at the end. Whether today I work out or no workout, I'm still protecting myself in a sense, because not working out means comfort and taking easy, right? Working out means approaching for a healthier lifestyle, but then you will make yourself very tired and then muscle pain and all that. But sometimes maybe it's not really about choosing A or B. Sometimes it's just about how we feel about ourselves, how we feel within, and that's the process that will take quite a long time to listen. I think grieving, I don't know what is the definition of grieving on tech dictionary, but to me, grieving is about finally listening all parts of you. And you don't have to all of a sudden listen everything, but it's a slow process. Your emotions will always be valid. That's all I'm gonna say. Now, valid doesn't mean it's justified to act. So angry doesn't mean you need to fight someone, but it's about understanding, listening. What is your anger trying to tell you? What your anger is trying to do to protect you? Goodbye.